Hey, good morning. My name is Paul Hoffland. Welcome to another edition of the Midweek Market Update. We hope y'all are finding these to be informative, educational. If you are, do us a favor and like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with another action packed week. So, the week got off to a pretty wild start with a potentially significant development involving the Federal Reserve that it kind of captured the attention of the market, at least at the beginning of the week. Over the weekend, Fed Chair Jerome Powell confirmed that the Department of Justice had issued subpoenas to the central bank and is considering a criminal indictment against him personally. So, the Department of Justice investigation officially centers in two areas. The first one are allegations of misleading testimony provided by Senate Banking Committee in June of 2025. The second is a probe into the $2.5 billion in renovations of the Federal Reserve headquarters. The administration has raised concerns regarding the transparency of the cost and features of that renovation and has characterized it as a potential misuse of taxpayer funds. So, no surprise, Fed Chair Powell issued his own statement defending the Fed's actions. He characterized the investigation as a challenge to the independence of the central bank. He believes that the pressure is tied to disagreements over interest rate policy. It's no secret President Trump has been pro reduction of interest rates, and maybe he doesn't feel like the Fed is decreasing them at the rate they should be. But Mr. Powell came out, defended his actions. He feels he's in the right here. I guess we'll see what happens. So the number one question people are going to ask is, well, how's this going to affect the market? It's hard to say. The market started out the week a little shaky at the open, kind of gained momentum as the day went on. The primary concern isn't really the legal charges or Trump and Powell going back and forth. It's really, is this going to challenge the central bank's independence? Historically, markets perform best when decisions on interest rates are made based on economic data like inflation or employment, and not based on political influence. So keep in mind the job of the Fed is not to serve the president in office, is to serve the people. Now, has Fed Chair Powell done a good job serving the people? That's an opinion that's in the eye of the beholder. But he should be making decisions based on data, not on politics. So, since we're on the topic of the Fed, now might be a good time to take a look at your portfolio, see if you've got any investments that are enjoying the high yields, short term CDs, money market accounts. And just remember those rates aren't going to last forever, right? Especially if rates start to come down more aggressively because of all of this. Um, there are alternative things that are safe that you can put money into to kind of lock in rates for longer. Might be a good time to move from fixed income into more aggressive equities. It's worth a conversation with your advisor. If you don't have an advisor, you'd like to talk about it, feel free to give me a call at 214 800 4442. Thanks so much for joining us this week. Appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great rest of the week.